Tarchia, the last armored tank of the Cretaceous. Close your eyes and imagine standing in the middle of a vast sea of sand in the Gobi Desert, tens of millions of years ago. The wind sweeps waves of fine dust across towering dunes, swirling around hardy shrubs struggling to survive under the scorching sun. In the distance, predators stalk silently, while herds of herbivores quietly graze on rare patches of greenery. And right at the center of this prehistoric painting, a living fortress appears. Tarchia, the armored dinosaur, often called the final war tank of the Late Cretaceous. Number 1. Name and era. The name Tarchia comes from Mongolian, meaning memory or wisdom. Paleontologists didn't choose this by accident. Its skull was unusually large, with a broader brain cavity than many other ankylosaurids, hinting at possible superior adaptability. Tarchia lived around 70 to 66 million years ago, in the twilight of the Cretaceous. This was the era just before the catastrophic Chicxulub asteroid ended the reign of non-avian dinosaurs. In other words, Tarchia stood among the last survivors of its kind, a symbol of resilience before the curtain closed on the age of giants. 2. Appearance and size. A living fortress. If Brachiosaurus impressed with its towering neck and Spinosaurus astonished with its sail, then Tarchia amazed rivals with its armor-plated body. Length reached 7 to 8 meters, 26 feet, about the size of a small bus. Weight around 4 to 5 tons, equal to an adult African elephant. Armor. Its back and flanks were covered with rows of fused bone plates and spikes interlocked into its skin like steel plating. Skull. Broad, low, and reinforced with thick bone, strong enough to withstand even the crushing bite of predators such as Tarbosaurus, the Asian cousin of T-Rex. Ultimate weapon, the tail club, a massive ball of bone at the end of its tail, capable of swinging with the force of a sledgehammer, strong enough to shatter bones or cripple attackers in a single blow. To behold Tarchia was to witness nature's experiment in creating a war machine, where every detail, armor, spikes, and weaponry was optimized for defense. 3. Habitat, a harsh but thriving world. Fossils of Tarchia have been discovered mostly in today's Gobi Desert, a treasure trove of dinosaur remains. But 70 million years ago, it wasn't just endless sand. The landscape was a mosaic of dry valleys, shallow lakes, shrublands, and sparse forests. Climate, extreme, scorching days, freezing nights. Plants, ferns, conifers, hardy shrubs, and some of the earliest flowering plants. Neighbors. It shared its world with many dinosaurs. Tarbosaurus, apex predator, Protoceratops, small horned dinosaur, Velociraptor, the infamous raptor, and other ankylosaurids. In this unforgiving environment, Tarchia was a master of survival. Its armor likely served not only as defense, but also as a way to regulate body temperature, helping it endure the desert's wild temperature swings. 4. Behavior and survival. Gentle but unbreakable. Tarchia was a peaceful herbivore. Its broad, low snout allowed it to crop tough, ground-level vegetation. Its small but sturdy teeth worked like grinders, chewing through leaves and shoots. But when threatened, this slow-moving dinosaur became a formidable defender. Defensive stance. It could crouch low, presenting a shield of armor, making its body nearly impenetrable. Tail strike. A single swing of its club tail generated impact forces comparable to a speeding car crash. Studies suggest it could break a predator's leg or fracture its skull. Even a fearsome Tarbosaurus might retreat after one painful encounter. Possible herd behavior. Some scientists speculate that ankylosaurids may have lived in small groups. Imagine a circle of armored tanks, tails swinging outward, a nearly unbeatable formation. Tarchia didn't need to chase or kill. It survived by relying on patience, armor, and sheer resilience, proving that survival in nature isn't only about speed or sharp teeth. 5. Fascinating facts and mysteries. One of the last ankylosaurids, Tarchia existed right before the asteroid impact, representing the final chapter of the armored dinosaurs. The wise one. Its larger skull and brain cavity earned it the nickname of the thinker among its armored kin. Possible diversity. Fossil differences suggest Tarchia might have evolved into multiple subspecies across different regions. Ecosystem role. By grazing on low-lying plants, it shaped vegetation patterns and indirectly balanced predator-prey dynamics. Cause of extinction. Like all non-avian dinosaurs, it fell victim to the asteroid catastrophe. But if not for that cosmic event, perhaps Tarchia would have continued dominating Asia's landscapes for millions more years. Number 6. The fall of the armored warrior. Picture the apocalyptic moment. 66 million years ago, a giant asteroid strikes Earth. The impact flashes brighter than 1,000 suns. Shockwaves sweep continents, and a global dust cloud blocks sunlight for years. Plants wither, climates collapse, and the food chain crumbles. Tarchia, despite its armor, couldn't defend against hunger and ecological collapse. Slowly, these armored titans disappeared from the desert landscapes, leaving only fossilized skeletons beneath the sands. Yet those bones tell us a story. The tale of a silent warrior, a dinosaur that didn't need to run or roar, but survived through strength, armor, and determination. 7. Legacy today, when we gaze at Tarchia fossils in museums, we're not looking at lifeless stone. We are seeing a living legend, a monument to evolution's creativity. It teaches us that in the struggle for life, it isn't always the fastest or fiercest who triumphs, but those who adapt and endure. Tarchia, the armored tank of memory and wisdom, remains a symbol of resilience, reminding us of the incredible diversity and strength of the dinosaurs' lost world.